my sincere pleasure to welcome you today to the Cleveland Clinic, Florida. We're celebrating a wonderful event today. The opening of the Egil and Pauline Braathen Center, which is going to be an absolutely incredible outpatient center dedicated to the care of patients with neurological and cancer diseases. I hope today that as you walk through the building, you feel the excitement that every one of us has felt through the design and building of this incredible facility. The open feeling, the airiness of the facility is all designed to give every patient as they walk through these doors a sense of hope, a sense of recovery, and a sense of survival. We're incredibly fortunate and incredibly lucky to have the support of all of these people in this room in helping us make this dream come true. Thank you, Pauline. Inside this facility, you will find 120 dedicated caregivers who will come to work every day with one focus, and that focus will be taking care of our patients and helping them make it through the next stage of life where they can live again. It's an incredible moment for us. Hundreds and thousands of people have been involved in this project from every single step, whether it was the design, the building, every detail has been accounted for. Most of all, I want to recognize one individual whose vision for this building has made it an absolute reality, and that is Pauline Braathen. There aren't words to tell you what an incredible gift you have made and what you are going to do for the lives of tens, if not hundreds of thousands of people over the lifetime of this center. So thank you. You know, I think everybody in the room knows that last week we had a bit of an unpleasant surprise here. You know, that episode, I think, gave us a renewed understanding of how important community is to the Cleveland Clinic. So when we had the fire, the response from the community, most notably the City of Weston and the Broward County Sheriff's Office, was absolutely incredible. Their dedication to making sure that this facility remained safe, that every patient, every caregiver was cared for, was absolutely unsurpassed. And I just want to take a moment to thank all of the members of the city government, the Broward County Sheriff's Office, for stepping up and being here for us when we needed them at a very difficult time for us. So thank you. Specifically, I want to thank Mayor Mark Sturmer and the Weston City Manager, John Flint, who throughout this entire process have been with us every step of the way and have watched this building go up and have helped support it. So thank you. I also want to thank Jody Davidson, who was the District Director for U.S. Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz. I can tell you, as soon as this fire started, Debbie Wasserman Schultz and I were texting one another so that she was kept up to date every moment as things were developing here, and we want to thank her for her support of this project. In addition, Arlene Mayo Davis, the field office manager from the Florida Agency for Healthcare Administration, for ACA's continued support of the Cleveland Clinic, their dedication to patient care in the state of Florida. Thank you so much. Finally, the City of Weston's Fire Marshal, Mike Coombs, is here with us tonight. And I can tell you that Fire Marshal Coombs, for the last several months, has been with us every step of the way, ensuring that this facility is built with the highest standards in mind when it comes to protecting our patients and our caregivers every second that they are in this building. So thank you. With that, I'd like to now introduce my boss. So Toby Cosgrove became the CEO of the Cleveland Clinic in 2004. He did this after a very long, successful career as a cardiac surgeon. That's because orthopedics was not quite his thing. He presently oversees a $6.2 billion healthcare organization that is comprised not only of our main campus in Cleveland, but more than 75 outpatient facilities that are spread out all over the world, including Cleveland Clinic in Toronto, the Lou Rovo Center for Brain Health in Las Vegas, and I think as of next week, Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi. So we are extremely lucky and extremely fortunate to have Toby join us tonight. Thank you, Toby.
So I want to thank you all for allowing me to be part of this celebration. This is a milestone in the life of the Cleveland Clinic. It marks a new day in neurologic treatment and in cancer care. It recognizes the generosity of a visionary donor and launches the next phase of growth of a great medical center. Cleveland Clinic, Florida, has come a long ways in 27 years. The first office had 28 doctors. Today, we have more than 215 physicians and 40 specialties. They serve patients in Weston, West Palm Beach Gardens, and Parkland. In the 1980s and the 1990s, some people described the Cleveland Clinic as an adventure. Those days are over. The Cleveland Clinic, Florida has earned its place among the region's foremost healthcare facilities. Its research is noted worldwide. Its educational programs train tomorrow's leaders. Its clinical expertise has made it a beacon of hope in Florida and the Caribbean and beyond. Cleveland Clinic, Florida will continue to grow. There are plans to double the size of this campus in the coming years, with additional buildings, new programs, and happily, more parking. One of my favorite topics, parking. That's something I'll never get right. There are plans, the Pauline and Egil Center will serve as an example of outstanding medical architecture and a template for the future. This building was designed to conform to some of the most difficult medical problems of our time, neurologic diseases and cancer. This facility will be a place of peace, hope, and healing for patients and caregivers alike. I'd like to thank Pauline and Dr. Barsoum and Dr. Roshan for their leadership in this project. If I could, let me turn this back to Dr. Barsoum.
Thanks very much, Toby. So as you can imagine, making something like this a reality takes a lot of work, takes a lot of dedication, and it takes a lot of people. It takes a lot of effort. One of the families I want to talk about tonight is the Maroney family. And as Mike knows, the Maroney family is a very special family to the Cleveland Clinic. Mike and Al Maroney together have co-chaired our hard work for our campaign to make not only this building a reality, but to continue to watch the Cleveland Clinic grow. They've given not only of their financial side, but also of themselves, of their time, of their effort, and really have helped the Cleveland Clinic get the name recognition that we have today, and we're extraordinarily grateful for that. This is actually the first capital campaign in the history of Cleveland Clinic, Florida, and we're very excited. In fact, we've raised $78 million since the inception of the campaign only 3 years ago. I can tell you that without Mrs. Braathen and without the Maroneys, there is no way we would be talking about this today. So with that, it's my pleasure and honor to invite Mike Maroney to make some comments.
Good evening, everyone. So my first comment is dreams come true, don't they, Ryan? Sandy, Auto Nation, Mom and Dad, Jordan, and especially you, Pauline. Dreams do come true. And this has been in preparation for many, many years. We have a community in deep need, and thank God that all the people in this room stepped up to meet that need. So it's been great to work with my dad. He asked me several years ago to co-chair this campaign, and I would tell you it's an honor to work with him, to work for him, and what my mom and dad have done for this clinic for many years is something that inspired our whole family. And it's all about supporting the Cleveland Clinic's efforts to deliver world-class neurological and cancer care to patients. Those seem like just words, but they're a lot more than words. They're the efforts of an incredible team of people that work here. So we're a nonprofit. The only way we can expand our buildings and our services is with the help of philanthropic support. And boy, did we get it here. We're so fortunate from every person in this room that joined us to make it possible and create a brighter tomorrow for both our families and this entire community. Today is a celebration of that generosity, of the many benefactors who make this dream expansion a reality. But we offer the really special thanks to our dear friend Pauline. I was fortunate to meet Pauline at a Cleveland Clinic meeting many years ago, and again on her home, The World, that sails across the world, and she is an incredible lady. We offer her eternal debt of gratitude for her vision, for her support that was the catalyst. Dr. Barsoom said it well, this would not have happened without Pauline. And the fact that she traveled across the world to be here is both an honor and a testimony to her commitment to this project, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. But we're not done. The building is done, but there's something even more special. And Dr. Rashan has talked to me about this repeatedly, talked to Ryan about it, and this is a very special level of care. So we're here to support the clinical programs, the research, and most importantly, the innovative care. So those kinds of things are not reimbursed by insurance. Those are the kind of things that happen from the families in this room and the families throughout their community. But they are critically important to the patient care and the families that experience these life-threatening illnesses. I think it's programs like these levels of support that make the Cleveland Clinic a very special place. So today I'm going to take one step above Dr. Barsoom. He said that we've collected $78 million, but in the car business we round up, okay? Jennifer told me 79. We'll have to round up to 80 and try and get $1 million out of the people in this room today. But Jennifer, we thank you for your work, your team's work. There's so many people that have contributed. Let's just take a few minutes now via video to hear more about the building from those intimately involved in its creation, and then to see a preview of what we'll all experience tonight. So thank you very much.
Each and every member of the team is aware of what the mission of this building is. It's to enhance the care of cancer patients and neurological patients in South Florida.
What we have now is a place to heal the mind and the body. It's a place of hope that's been brought to life by those who believed in us. When you walk into the Egil and Pauline Braathen Center, you're going to be amazed at its beauty, at its serenity, how its design is meant to give you a sense of peace?
I was stunned by its flow, by the amount of sunlight, the way that light passes through this building, the clarity of thought that went into the design.
This is an unbelievable time because we have the opportunity to transform cancer care in Southern Florida.
We bring in the best care possible for patients who have brain, muscle, and nerve disorders.
Special thought went into how neuro and cancer would fit into this building, how new services that didn't exist in Florida before were brought to this building.
Much of the technology is overlapped. For instance, our ability to treat brain tumors with the Variant Edge, it's highly precise. It can locate tumors using the best of technology.
We are providing the physical therapy that the person will need, the rehabilitation now that the person will need, the speech therapy that the person will need, as well as the imaging services, the neurological assessment. So it's all inclusive. It's all right here.
Patients that have good outcomes have good support, and we've built the support really into the design of the building.
The studio will have massotherapy and Reiki. Art therapy is adjacent to the infusion area, so patients can receive art therapy and get treatment at the same time.
Another exciting aspect of this new center is the ability now to have this neurointerventional suite. For patients who come in with an acute brain infarction or brain accident, can come in and get their care immediately.
And by having the tools of genetic counseling, we really are going to be able to personalize care and achieve better outcomes.
This is the beginning of a new day for cancer and neurological care in Southeast Florida.
Philanthropy helps give us the inspiration to move forward, to really find cures and answers in a way that is unprecedented.
You helped us complete a remarkable project, and you are the spark for future growth of Cleveland Clinic, Florida.
Every patient that walks into these doors owes you a debt of gratitude. What you've done has allowed us to provide them with better care, with more hope, and with a renewed sense of life.
I'm from the Bahamas. I obviously have a neurological problem, and I'm very fortunate to attend the Cleveland Clinic and to be treated here, because this condition that I have cannot be treated where I live, and I'm very grateful to anyone that's given gifts to Cleveland Clinic that are now making this possible.
I want to thank all of the donors and how grateful I am to them for their help and for the help that they will continue to give to others.
You will just never know what your gifts mean to me. I have 2 children, one's 4 and one's 8, and to be able to wake up every morning knowing that I will be there for them means the world. Thank you for everything.
You change people's lives, future. You make people dream again.
Now it's more than a dream, it's a reality.
I'm proud to introduce a very special guest who traveled literally halfway around the world from Sri Lanka to be with us tonight. Pauline Braathen is a remarkable woman whose personal experience led her to become a true friend and a supporter of the Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Pauline lived in London and made her name and her business in fashion. Her husband, Egil, developed real estate. He built projects in Norway and around the world. They were married 46 years. Tragically, he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease in the late 1990s and passed away in 2009. Pauline had her first contact with the Cleveland Clinic, Florida in 2001. Over the following years, as thanks for the remarkable care she received from Nestor Galvez, and the entire neurologic team, she has established a substantial fund to support the neurologic program and an endowed chair in neurology. Her generosity culminated in 2013 with the largest gift in the history of the Cleveland Clinic, Florida. That $30 million gift made it possible to enhance patient care through the construction of this magnificent facility. It's a grand legacy of health for this generation and for those who come. Because of Pauline's gift, the superior care delivered at the Cleveland Clinic, Florida, will continue at the highest level possible, enhanced by new equipment, expanded research, and outstanding medical education. Please join me in recognizing Pauline for an incredible contribution. Pauline, we have in front of you a small token of our appreciation, which bears a similarity of this facility that we hope that you will keep as a token of our appreciation and a remembrance of this event. Pauline, I'm sure that you may have a word or two that you'd like to share with us, and I invite you to join us in this discussion.
Yes, I'm very happy to. And the first thing I'm going to say, what did I ask you, Robert, just now?
You asked me how you could get that.
And that's absolutely true. I nudged Robert and I said, I'm in love with that. How can you manage to get it for me?
We did.
You did, but he didn't. So he still owes me. Anyway, on my way over here this afternoon, I jotted down a few words, thinking and hoping you'd ask me to say something. So, look, I'm looking at this building now, and well, there were times I thought this would never come. Those days, however, were 4 or 5 years ago, before a final decision to move ahead was taken. And once I'd met Bill Peacock, and he agreed to have this building up and open in record time, I never doubted that he and his team would deliver as promised, on time, and I hope on budget too. Anyway, looking around, you've done a fantastic job and made my dreams come true. I have walked on enough building sites with my late husband, Egil, to understand how much there has been to do and how much could have gone wrong. But you managed it all, and I know Egil, my husband, would have been truly impressed. Anyway, as you have delivered on time, I'm going to deliver early too. So, here is my next check. Have a look at it.
Pauline, the pleasure is all ours. Thank you so, so much.
You're welcome. And get the interest on it. Anyway, so, well, here we are now, and everything that has been done to date has just been getting ready for the main event, the beginning of the future. I walked on this ground and shared a dream with Dr. Galvez 5 years ago. Remember? And now it's a reality. But I always look at the bottom line rather than get lost in all the complications in the middle. The bottom line here is providing the doctors, nurses, all the staff at Cleveland Clinic, Florida, with the tools to work their magic, to help and to heal. The real thank yous are due to all those people who will work here in this building using this wonderful new technology and lead us all into the future. Thank you, Toby, and all your wonderful team. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Braathen. I also just want to take a moment to recognize Dr. Galvez and Dr. Roshan, our center directors for neurology and cancer. Their dedication to making sure that they were good stewards of your gift has been absolutely incredible. Every detail of this building, Nestor and Steve have personally made sure meets the vision of making sure that patients are always first. So thank you to both of you. To make something like this a reality takes a visionary, Pauline, and it takes many others that believe in that vision and believe that the Cleveland Clinic can be the premier site for care not only in Florida, but around the world. And I just want to take a moment to recognize some of those people. First, of course, I'd like to recognize the Maroney family. The remarkable gift has named the Maroney Cancer Center at Cleveland Clinic, Florida. So Mike and Monica, Alan Kit, thank you. Dr. Cosgrove has something he'd like to present to you. Please, Mike and Al, if you could accept something from Dr. Cosgrove. As I call your name, please step forward. Dr. Cosgrove has just a small token of our heartfelt appreciation for what you've done. Auto Nation, in recognition of their dedication to the fight against cancer and their creation of the Auto Nation Cancer Care Fund to support cancer patients and their families. Thank you to Auto Nation. Thank you, Mark. Betty Hamilton, a gift made in memory of her husband, Stu, to support the physicians dedicated to the fight against cancer and pulmonary disease. Thank you, Ms. Hamilton. Racing for Cancer, Becky and Ryan Hunter-Ray, whose support in helping educate individuals about screenings and to lend important support to cancer patients and their families navigating a cancer diagnosis. Thank you. By the way, the reigning champion of the Indianapolis 500. Phyllis Feinberg, in memory of her late husband, Dr. Stephen Feinberg, a Cleveland Clinic-trained radiation oncologist and neurologist, in recognition of her generous support of the expansion project. Thank you so much. The James M. Cox Foundation, represented by Sandy Schwartz, for their commitment to funding research and providing support services to cancer patients and their families. Thank you, Sandy. Faye and Richard Klein, in recognition of their generous support of Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Thank you so much. Jordan Zimmerman, a committed member of the campaign board for his foundation's generous support of this project. Thank you so much, Jordan. And Party City CEO Jerry Rittenberg for the remarkable nationwide campaign that Party City conducted during September of 2014 to support Cleveland Clinic Florida's cancer programs. Thank you. I'd like to just take one last moment to thank everybody for attending tonight. This is an incredibly special time. So special, in fact, that we wanted Mrs. Braathen to feel at home with the weather. So Dr. Cosgrove actually brought the cold from Cleveland so that you could really feel like you were back in England. I know everybody is very excited to see the building, but before we do that, we would like to have the ceremonial cutting of the ribbon. So with that, I'd like to ask Pauline and Toby to step over here, and also Dr. Galvez and Dr. Rashan to join them. All right. Thank you for making this an incredible evening. If you would all like to stand up and follow Toby and Pauline, and welcome to the Egil and Pauline Center.